Minister regarding Balochistan, which is his constituency, and therefore his presence was apparently important. And let me also tell you that the proceeding of today's press conference spread about 40 minutes. It's going to be in two languages, English and Urdu. And that we are absolutely honored to have you all here with us. You represent the best of print media, the best of electronic media, spread over different countries, and your presence certainly means a lot to us. I would like to welcome my dear brother, Excellency Ambassador of Yemen, Mr. Mohammed Motahar Alashabi. Brother Motahar is one of the most active ambassadors in Islamabad, who carries lots of experience of working in different countries, but most importantly, his understanding and appreciation of Pakistan, as well as his commitment to help his country through bilateral means, as well as developing linkages between Pakistan and Yemen is certainly praiseworthy. So, Excellency, thank you very much. We have another very distinguished academician, healthcare professional, a very high quality, high caliber academic manager, my dear brother, Professor Dr. Shahzad, and Professor Dr. Shahzad Ali Khan represent Health Science Academy, which is the premier organization representing the public health sector. And they work on whole spectrum of public health activities, including capacity building, policy making, intervention at different levels. Mr. Awais Raoof will actually join us, who is the chairman of the Board of Governors of the University of Lahore, the largest private sector institution with 5 campuses, and a very committed individual for the cause of Muslim, certainly someone of great commitment. And my colleague, Professor Dr. Farzana Shaheen, who is representing Pakistan's premier research institution, the International Center for Chemical and Biological Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very historical day by all definitions. Number one, that it represents in COMSTECH's history a very specific bilateral program to be launched with a country in need, Yemen. So this is the first bilateral program, and of course there's so many other programs which we have with us. Ms. Ala, and she is actually representing this wonderful group of young people. Their IQs are among the best, and they are committed to help COMSTECH and Pakistan in science diplomacy. They have worked with us very closely, and that we are now developing several bilateral programs with other countries. Also, the significance of this program has many meanings. Number one, Yemen is a country of great history. We relate lots of things with Yemen. Yemen is the cradle of civilization. This is a country at the crossroad of Africa and Asia, and between Asia and West Asia and South Asia. Yemen is a country with great talent and great resources, and certainly because of lots of sad events, Yemen is going through a very difficult time. Without going into the political and other dimension of it, which is not our domain, what we have done was that we worked closely with Excellency the Ambassador since last several months, and that we have conducted a very in-depth need analysis. And at the end of the day, the need analysis provides us a clear understanding that the sector in which we need to intervene immediately, urgently, and with great commitment is the sector of healthcare. You know that Yemen has a population of over 30 million. Yemen is largely a young country with many youth population. About 52% of the population is below the age of 22, and unfortunately 2/3 of the population of Yemen does not really have access to high quality health care. This is an intervention which we need to require. You know that there are constant reports of healthcare failure, not in terms of people, but largely on infrastructure, which has been unfortunately badly affected because of the result of conflict. As a result of it, there is a universal migration of healthcare workers, and that is the niche in which COMSTECH would like to contribute. There is a need of a capacity building in 3 sectors, which we have identified closely with partner institutions of COMSTECH Consortium of Excellence, Health Science Academy, the University of Lahore, and ICCBS, and these are 3 sectors which I would like to say, and this is the essential components of Yemen program. Number 1, that there is a need of capacity building in the field of public health, because as you know, public health is at the strategic level, which works at the policy level, technical level, and policy level. The interventions which are required for disease prevention, intervention required for disease surveillance, and making sure that the population is healthy and they have healthier choices, a whole range of different activities which public health covers. And for that we have our partner institution, Health Science Academy. You can't really find a better institution than HSA. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Then HSA for the kind of training which we intend to, impart to Yemeni professionals. 20 or 25 of them will come in next 1.5 years and would go through an extensive training on different aspects of public health, from policy intervention to working with the communities. Then we have this wonderful institution which I was mentioning, the University of Lahore, the largest private sector institution with 5 campuses on board. And in consultation with them, with the wonderful, generous offer, there is also an extremely important need of training of professionals, especially technicians, at the level of biomedical use, effective use of biomedical devices and medical technologies. So there is a need of highly trained individuals who are capable of working with different biomedical devices, from PCR to different imaging devices, from CAT scan to ultrasound, from different kinds of diagnostic tools or other biomedical devices. And for that, University of Lahore is very well known. Their programs in biomedical sciences are considered to be among the best, not only in Pakistan, but also in the region. And they have very kindly agreed to train about 20 to 25 professionals from Yemen in the beautiful campus of the University of Lahore. And they would get training on different technologies which are required. This is directly, would have a direct impact on healthcare stature and the quality of healthcare access, because these individuals, when they will go back, they will work in different hospitals and healthcare facilities and will be able to use these tools which are made available to them effectively. The third program is also very, very important, that we know there are so many outbreaks of diseases. Unfortunately, like us, this is one country where polio still exists. There are a whole range of different diseases which emerge, like cholera, diphtheria, other kinds of diseases. And there is extremely important to understand the causes of it. So what we intend to do to have a long-term legacy impact, what we have decided along with dear brother Ambassador of Yemen, that we would also train people on healthcare research. As I said, there is almost a universal migration of scientists and researchers from Yemen because of conflict, but there are still some very good people working in various universities and research centers of Yemen. And what we intend to do is to bring them to International Center for Chemical and Biological Sciences, and they would learn to work together with our researchers to find molecular causes, the causes at the community level, which eventually lead to the outbreak of these diseases. So it's more of a research capacity building. These are the essential three components of it. Of course, let me tell you that we would make sure that we are not only, our program is not affected because of any conflict zone. This is going to be available to all Yemenis through the Embassy of Yemen in Islamabad, that we would make sure the genders are properly represented, and that we will make sure that we'll be able to provide training of a very high quality through partner institution. With this, I would like to thank you for your presence here, because you are the one who's going to spread the words to the world and let the world know that Pakistan is actually engaged in science diplomacy, and that is going to be one of the most important outcomes of this very sincere, very committed efforts. And for that, I am extremely grateful to Ministry of Foreign Affairs for absolutely wonderful support to us. With this, I would like to invite my dear brother, Ambassador of Yemen, Brother Motahar. Over to you, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The minister, as he will talk to us, so I have to address him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Why did you come bear here?
No.
Oh, here.
No, it's okay.
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 No, there are so many mics here, so eventually you have to come.
But you are the boss.
No, now you are the boss.
They have to listen to you as well, yes.
Everybody is going to change the seat. It's going to be musical chairs.
Rahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi. I am very delighted to be here this morning. Excellency, Professor Dr. Mohammed Iqbal Choudhary, Coordinator General of COMSTECH, and his excellent team. Professor Dr. Farzana Shaheen, Co-Director ICCBS, Karachi University. Professor, if I am disordering the names, so I do apologize. Putting them one before one, so it says I seek apology from you, all of you. The Professor Dr. Shahzad Ali Khan, Vice Chancellor of the Health Services Academy. Honorable Mr. Awais, Raoof, Chairman of Board of Governance, University of Lahore. Distinguished officials of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and other organizations, representatives from Information Department, external public wings, Associated Press of Pakistan, media, and reporters. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is with great honor that I address you at this launching ceremony and press conference of COMSTECH-CCoE Program for Yemen, a commendable initiative of building capacity by COMSTECH, and as a result of the tireless efforts made by Professor Choudhary in collaboration with other Pakistani institutions. On behalf of Yemen government, its relevant ministries and institutions, and on my behalf and the Yemen Embassy, I applaud the first distinguished program that will enable 50 Yemeni individuals who, 30 of them are working in the medical and care and health services care, and 20 students who are postgraduate students to excel in their fields and gain necessary knowledge, expertise, as well as to enable the students, those 20 students, postgraduate students and researchers, to complete their research in Pakistan and obtain the aspired qualifications. I could say confidently that it is the right initiative, in the right time, in the right fields, and in suitable place, that is Yemen. It is an obligation to seize this opportunity to express Yemen government gratitude and sincere appreciation to COMSTECH and to His Excellency Professor Choudhary, particularly for his tireless efforts, and his excellent team. Government of Pakistan, represented here virtually by the Honorable Minister of Sciences and Technology, Mr. Hassan Baloch, and Pakistan Education Institution, particularly the Health Services Academy, represented by Professor Dr. Shahzad Ali Khan, Vice Chancellor, ICCBS, represented by here also by Co-Director Professor Dr. Farzana Shaheen, and University of Lahore, represented by here also by Chairman of Board of Governance, Mr. Awais Raoof. Indeed, it is a substantial participation from COMSTECH of OIC, as well as Pakistan government, in building capacity of human resources in the most needed sector in Yemen. As he mentioned, Professor Choudhary, the education and health services sectors are the most affected and damaged sectors of the non-stop conflict in Yemen. As a result of non-stop conflict results in Yemen. No doubt such program in these fields will provide an opportunity to share the experiences, strengthen the participants' knowledge, ensure them good skill, and raise awareness of practitioners on matters relating to the courses selected. And I assure you, that is, we will save no efforts to let these courses and opportunities to be wasted. Once again, I am very delighted to witness the official launching ceremony, sir. It is your effort, sir, and the organization, that is institutions. Professor Shahzad, I do recall that is when I met him the first time. Of course, I met you many times, so it was I was surprised by your keenness, your passion towards Yemen, your desire to do something to help Yemen. Thank you, sir. I'm talking both of you, to the professor first, to Professor Choudhary, and to you. Also, I did visit the Lahore. Unfortunately, I will visit.
Yes,
I visit the ICCBS in last, I think, last year, January. And I was astonished, really, and very encouraged that is, we will do something from Pakistan. And it happened. Today, I realized that, once also another point, today I realized that Yemen has many ambassadors, not only me. That is in Pakistan. Thank you very much for everyone. Thank you very much. Who pay commendable and substantial efforts to make the thoughts that were discussed earlier as an initiative and in real term as a program. In this regard, Yemen and its people count on all stakeholders here from more fruitful such program that will participate in lifting up building capacity of human resources, especially in these sectors. At this crucial time for Yemen. We look forward to seeing more promise and programs in the months and years to come. Excellency, it is your efforts.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor Choudhary, of the Coordinator General of COMSTECH of OIC. Thank you, ICCBS. Thank you, Health Services Academy. Thank you, Lahore University. And the thanks and gratitude go for you all, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency.
Recognizing that we are with you, and I would also like to acknowledge my team, Adil Khan, who is spearheading science diplomacy, and Shadow. Honorable Ambassador of Yemen to Pakistan, His Excellency Mohammed Motahar Alashabi. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. It is a pleasure for me to be here today at an important science diplomacy deliverable harnessed through the efforts of COMSTECH. In November 2020, the Foreign Secretary and Coordinator General COMSTECH inaugurated the COMSTECH Consortium of Excellence. The Consortium of Excellence, in its brief period, has been able to offer significant knowledge exchanges and capacity building opportunities across the OIC member states. The latest effort, COMSTECH-CCoE Yemen Program, will enable quality knowledge transfer, fellowship opportunity, and research trainings for Yemeni and nationals. The consortium, over its period of operation, has aspired to create synergies and foster collaborative interdependence within Pakistan and between OIC member states in developing scientific prowess, sharing best practices, increasing investment and trade through value-added technology-based exports, and building capacity of personnel through targeted training and interdisciplinary exchange program. The COMSTECH Consortium of Excellence is a tangible platform to create inclusive global and regional partnerships in science for collective deliverable, constructing and partaking in an OIC knowledge economy. It is a laudable initiative that will go a long way in highlighting the positive and progressive image of Islamic countries as being in sync with modern times. It has also showcased our collective scientific endeavors at the international stage. Furthermore, the focus of the consortium on targeting different stages of skill development through their research training, distinguished scholars, and technician training programs is highly appreciable and is already having a multifaceted impact. Ladies and gentlemen, as the premier institute of OIC on science and technology, COMSTECH has a special and particular responsibility to enhance OIC science and technology footprint. In this regard, developing synergies in science and investing in capacity building programs is a step in the right direction. This is also in line with the OIC STI Agenda 2026, adopted during the first OIC S&T Summit, which called for enhanced intra-OIC cooperation in fields of health, agriculture, climate change, food and water security, and big science projects. I commend COMSTECH leadership for understanding the utility of science as a universal language and fostering partnerships through it. It is in line with Pakistan Ministry of Foreign Affairs' own vision of diplomacy through science, which aims at developing international scientific collaborations in STI. A key part of the Foreign Ministry Science Diplomacy Action Plan pertains exclusively to academia. This entails creating linkages between local scientific researchers with their international counterparts, linking Pakistani centers of excellence with foreign centers of excellence, facilitating technology transfer and commercialization of scientific products made in Pakistan, promotion of Pakistan's universities abroad, facilitating research and mobility and popularization of science
His Excellency Mohammed Motahar Al-Ashabi, Ambassador of Yemen to Pakistan, His Excellency Professor Dr. Mohammed Iqbal Choudhary, Coordinator General COMSTECH, dignitaries, media persons, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I, as the Chairman, Board of Governors, University of Lahore, I am so delighted today that we somehow have become partners with COMSTECH in capacity building for a country like Yemen, knowing full that our brothers and sisters in that part of the world have been in some sort of conflict endlessly for so many years. And one of the biggest casualties in such an event is that most of the qualified people, most of the professionals from such countries actually start migrating. Knowing that, when I was informed by Professor Iqbal Choudhary Sahab that we should do something together to ensure that we can do capacity building for institutions in Yemen, I suggested that the area of health sciences is an area that definitely there must be a big deficiency already. We as a private sector university, we have a very extensive program in health and allied health sciences, and I suggested that we can start off with training a decent number of professionals in the area of biomedical, also not only in equipment maintenance and infrastructure maintenance. I also suggested that we can start looking at training people from Yemen, also in support areas such as operation theater technicians, some specialized nursing programs, knowing full that these professionals usually also become a casualty in war. So we are starting off with obviously 20 professionals in the area of biomedical, but I would also suggest that not only this, we would want that if in specialized nursing and other support areas for hospital maintenance and management, we would also like to step in. If required, another decent number of scholarship for 10 to 15 people in all these respective areas we would like to offer. As University of Lahore, under this program, we will not only host them, educate them, treat them well, feed them, all of it at our cost. I'm also very thankful to COMSTECH that the traveling cost and all is being looked after for these people coming to Pakistan. So let this be a beginning only. His Excellency, at any stage, whenever you feel in other areas that we offer as well, if there are students or professionals to be trained, we as the University of Lahore would like to step forward and assure you that though we are far away, but we are very close to your heart. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sir, Professor Dr. Al-Ashabi, Co-Director, International Center for Chemical and Biological Sciences, University
Thank
of
you,
Karachi.
Excellency. God bless you. God bless you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Excellency Professor Dr. Mohammed Iqbal Choudhary, Coordinator General COMSTECH, His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Motahar Al-Ashabi, and representative from COMSTECH Consortium Center of Excellence, and high officials and representative from most distinguished guests. Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of International Center for Chemical and Biological Sciences, I am very pleased to participate in this launching ceremony of COMSTECH Consortium Center of Excellence Yemen Program, which has focused to develop capacity building of Yemeni scientists in different areas in which COMSTECH Center of Excellence have specialization. So through this program, Yemeni scientists will get opportunity to get training in different areas. And I would like to inform you that since I am representing ICCBS, so the ICCBS is one of the prestigious research establishment in the developing world, and it has, besides it is a center of excellence not only with COMSTECH, but also it has been recognized as a Center of Excellence for COMSTECH, Third Academy of Sciences, Islamic Development Bank, and the center is providing trainings and to a large number of scientists. It has already provided training to a number of scientists from different parts of the world, and we have very strong linkages with the member institution of this international organization. So with this program, ICCBS will provide fellowship, about 20 fellowships in the area of chemical and biological and biomedical sciences at the ICCBS. And this scientists from Yemen will be able to get training in the area of stem cell research, in the area of bioinformatics, in the area of structural biology and other drug discovery, drug development stages. And I hope that with this ICCBS will be able to have a major contribution and in the capacity building of the Yemeni scientists. And inshallah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam. Professor Dr. Shahzad Ali Khan, Vice Chancellor, Health Services Studies.
इधर आऊँगा मैं, ये इधर ठीक है। आप मेरी सीट पे आ जाएं। सेहत की और मदद करने की, सेहत के हवाले से लोगों की, दुश्मन के भी। सो किसी जगह पे भी आप जाएंगे तो बीमार को और ज़ख्मी को इलाज मुआवजा पहुंचाना जिम्मेवारी होती थी हमारी। फिर उसके बाद यूएन कन्वेंशंस आए हैं, उसके अंदर भी आपने देखा होगा कि हॉस्पिटल्स जंग के दौरान भी फंक्शनल रहने चाहिए, दुश्मन के भी। ये सब चीज़ें यूएन और ग्लोबल प्रैक्टिसेस में शामिल हैं, और अगर कुछ ऐसा होता है कि नुकसान पहुंचाया जाता है को, तो बड़ा शदीद एहतजाज भी होता है। सेहत का चूँकि मेरा जो इदारा है हेल्थ सर्विसेज एकेडमी है, आप ये देखें कि मैंने किंग एडवर्ड में जब मैं था 85 to 91 किंग एडवर्ड में, सो मैंने बहुत सारे मेरे कोलीग्स वर्क फ्रॉम यमन। सो आई हैड अ लॉट ऑफ कोलीग्स स्टूडेंट्स इन लाहौर हु वर कमिंग फ्रॉम यमन, जॉर्डन, इजिप्ट, ईरान। इन मुल्कों के लोग आया करते थे पाकिस्तान में पढ़ने के लिए, मेरे क्लास फेलोज थे, अभी भी मेरे दोस्त हैं। आहिस्ता आहिस्ता ये ख़त्म हो गया, मुझे नहीं पता क्यों ख़त्म हुआ, बट हम दुनिया के सबसे बेहतरीन डॉक्टर प्रोड्यूस करने वाला मुल्क हैं। वी आर एक्सपोर्टिंग वन ऑफ द बेस्ट मेडिकल ग्रेजुएट्स इन द वर्ल्ड, पाकिस्तान। उसके बावजूद हम अपने जो एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं उनको हम अपना किसी तरह से एक्सेल नहीं कर सके कि लोग आके यहाँ पे तालीम हासिल करें। सो अमेरिका में आप जाएं, यू विल गेट द बेस्ट डॉक्टर विल बी फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान। यूरोप में पाकिस्तान की डॉक्टर की सबसे ज़्यादा डिमांड है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, साउथ अफ्रीका में। आप सब ट्रैवल करते होंगे, आपके दोस्तों को से पूछें आप, तो दुनिया के जो ग्लोबली द बेस्ट फिजिशियन, अमंग द बेस्ट फिजिशियन विल बी अ पाकिस्तानी, चाहे वो यूएस है, यूके हो। और हमारी बड़ी डिमांड है। हमारे इदारे शायद नहीं इस्टेब्लिश हो सके उस तरह के कि हम अभी वो जो कंटिन्यूटी थी, आज से मैं बता रहा हूँ 85 की, जब मेरे साथ अरब कंट्रीज़ के यूएई का सारा हेल्थ सिस्टम हमने बनाया, ईरान का हेल्थ सिस्टम पाकिस्तानियों ने जाके बनाया, इजिप्ट में सिस्टम में हमने कंट्रीब्यूट किया, जॉर्डन में हमने ट्रेन किए सारे। तो ये एक लेगेसी थी, शायद लीडरशिप डिफरेंट थी, दरमियान में कुछ कमी हो गई। सो अभी हम यहाँ बैठे हैं, तो मैं यही सोच रहा था कि इकबाल साहब ने जो ये काम किया है ये बहुत ज़रूरी है, होना चाहिए। कैपेसिटी का कोई इशू नहीं है। आई नो यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ लाहौर, आईसीसीबी का मुझे पता है जो इनका काम है, इसी तरह कॉम्स्टेक, आई नो देयर लिंकेजेस। यमन इज़ इन नीड एंड डेफिनेटली मुस्लिम ब्रदर कंट्री है, इस्लामिक डेवलपमेंट बैंक और बाकी इदारे सपोर्ट करते हैं इन चीज़ों को। हम ऑलरेडी जो आपके कॉम्स्टेक का जो सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस है हेल्थ सर्विसेज एकेडमी, उसका पार्ट हैं। 2 मिनट और, HSA 1988 में बना था, गवर्नमेंट का एक फंक्शनिंग डिपार्टमेंट के तौर पे फेडरल मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ हेल्थ के। आहिस्ता आहिस्ता ऑटोनॉमी मिलती गई। 2002 में हम ऑटोनमस इंस्टीट्यूट बन गए, 2018 में हम यूनिवर्सिटी बन गए हैं, डिग्री अवार्डिंग इंस्टीट्यूट हैं। अब हमारे पास ये लिबर्टी है कि हम कोई भी कोर्सेज जो ये चाहते हैं या जो भी ग्लोबली कहीं रिक्वायर्ड हैं, हम वो कस्टम मेड कोर्सेज भी बना सकते हैं। अगर आप हमारी वेबसाइट पे जाके देखें hsa.edu.pk, वेरी सिंपल, हेल्थ सर्विसेज एकेडमी मीन्स HSA। So hsa.edu.pk पे आप जाएंगे, you will get a list of all of it. It can be a 1 day, 2 day, 5 day training to the level of a PhD in public health. हमारे पास पूरा एक स्कोप है, फेलोशिप है कम्युनिटी मेडिसिन की, MPhil है, MS है, पब्लिक हेल्थ का, इट कवर्स एवरीथिंग, एनवायरनमेंट, क्लाइमेट चेंज। तो हम बहुत सारे काम ऐसे कर रहे हैं जो हेल्थ को, कि जो बाकी इदारे हैं जो हेल्थ को सपोर्ट करते हैं, एनवायरनमेंट है, वाटर एंड सैनिटेशन है, न्यूट्रिशन है, इसमें हमने कोर्सेज बनाए हैं। मेंटल हेल्थ का भी नया हमने डिपार्टमेंट इस्टेब्लिश किया है, पब्लिक मेंटल हेल्थ। So वो पाकिस्तान में you know what stage we are passing through with reference to mental health. We needed something for the people, for doctors in fact. So हम 34 साल में जो सफ़र किया, अभी उसका 1 साल में पिछले 1 साल से इसको एक्सपेंड कर रहे हैं, कोलैबोरेट कर रहे हैं. मेरे खुद यहाँ आने का, इकबाल साहब का यहाँ बैठने का मकसद ये था कि जो हम साउथ कोलैबोरेशन की बात करते हैं, अपने मुस्लिम्स की आपस में, ब्रदरहुड की आपस में एक दूसरे की सपोर्ट की बात करते हैं. सियासत जो है ना, या इंटरनेशनल पॉलिटिक्स हैज़ नथिंग टू डू विद हेल्थ एंड एजुकेशन. आई यू नो इट एंड आई नो इट. When someone is in need of medical care, no one talks politics at that time. So ये जो फॉरेन ऑफिस का यहाँ पे होना एक बहुत बड़ी हमारे लिए एक सपोर्ट है कि हमारा जो अलाइंड है हम सारे पाकिस्तान की फॉरेन पॉलिसी के साथ, हमने काम ही ये करना है कि जिसमें लोगों की जानें बचाई जाएं, जिसमें लोगों की सेहत बेहतर हो, जिसमें लोगों को अच्छी तालीम मिले. हमारा लास्ट बात मैं करूँगा कि हमारे जो चांसलर है, मेरा जो बॉस है, ही इज़ द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान. तो प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान इज़ द चांसलर ऑफ हेल्थ सर्विसेज अकेडमी एंड ही इज़ आल्सो द बॉस ऑफ इकबाल साहब. ही आल्सो रिपोर्ट्स टू हिम. हम जब वहाँ जाते हैं, बात करते हैं, तो उन्होंने पिछले कोविड के दिनों में एक बात बड़ी शिद्दत से कही कि यार क्या सारे लोग इस्लामाबाद तालीम हासिल करने आएंगे? तुम क्या ये बात करते हो, यहाँ पे तुम क्लासेस करोगे, वाई डोंट यू टीच समथिंग ऑनलाइन? तो उनके कहने के बाद हमने पिछले 1 साल में 25 के करीब ऑनलाइन डिप्लोमा स्टार्ट किए हैं जो ऑनलाइन हैं. और पाकिस्तान में कहीं भी आप बैठे हों वो ऑनलाइन कोर्स कर सकते हैं. और अगर आपको उसमें स्किल रिक्वायर्ड है, हॉस्पिटल रिक्वायर्ड है, हमने उसी ज़िले के हॉस्पिटल के साथ पार्टनरशिप कर ली है. सो अगर आप कोयटा में हैं और एक ट्रेनिंग हमसे ऑनलाइन ले रहे हैं, कोयटा के किसी सिविल हॉस्पिटल में आपकी फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग हो जाएगी. यू डोंट नीड टू कम टू इस्लामाबाद. लाहौर में है, कराची में है, या मुल्तान में है. So we can do this for this exercise as well. The people of Yemen who are in Afghanistan, so in Pakistan, they can come to HSA, or they can be in any other city. They can do online. And when it comes to practical training, because without practical training, you know, the training is not sufficient. You have to have a hands-on experience. So hands-on expertise ke liye we have a very good, high-quality hospital in the public sector as well as private sector in almost every big city of this country. So in any city you are there, you are sitting, you get the training online, and we can arrange a training of a group of people in a very good hospital in that district. So I hope we will be able to do something for Muslim, for Pakistan, for Yemen, and overall for the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the Prime Minister for Science and Technology, Hassan, will not join us due to an emergency assignment. So his remarks will be read by Ms. Fatima Azam. She is Program Manager at COMSTECH.
Thank you.
Excellency, Ambassador of Mohammed Motahar Alashabi, Foreign Agent at COMSTECH, His Excellency Professor Dr. Mohammed Iqbal, Chairman Board of Governors, University of Lahore, Mr. Awais, Dr. Director, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ms. Ala Bukhari. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset of my remarks, I would express my appreciation to COMSTECH and the partner institutions for their unwavering commitment to extend help to the overseas states in the field of science, technology, and healthcare. It is my pleasure to address the launching ceremony of COMSTECH-CCoE Yemen Program. I appreciate the efforts of the Ambassador of Yemen and the Coordinator General of COMSTECH that resulted in crafting and launching of this program for the Yemeni nationals. COMSTECH-CCoE Yemen Program initially announces 50 fellowships for the Yemeni nationals. These fellowships are being offered by the prestigious institutions, University of Lahore, Health Services Academy, Islamabad, and International Center for Chemical and Biological Sciences, University of Karachi. These institutions are one of the most distinguished members of the COMSTECH Consortium of Excellence. The objective of this program is to provide high-quality, state-of-the-art training to the Yemeni nationals in the field of public health and medical technologies, so that they can serve their nation and maintain meaningful careers, develop long-term academic collaboration, as well as training and prepare younger generations for the future. To avail this opportunity, I would like to extend my appreciation to Health Services Academy, the University of Lahore, International Center for Chemical and Biological Sciences for their partnership with COMSTECH for arranging fully funded scholarship program for our brothers and sisters of Yemen. I also appreciate efforts, initiatives, and contribution of all member institutions of COMSTECH Consortium of Excellence extended to achieve the goals of COMSTECH. I would encourage COMSTECH and member institutions of CCoE to plan, launch such country-specific initiatives to cater country-specific needs and contribute in the socio-economic development through the application of available tools of science and technology. COMSTECH continues to serve member states in the field of science and technology as per its mandate and strategic vision, and as well as in line with the Astana and Abu Dhabi Declaration. COMSTECH has launched many new initiatives, including fellowship programs, Health Africa Initiative, Science Technology Profiling for the Member State, Research Project Support Program. Several major initiatives have also been launched in partnership with national and international organizations such as Africa Ophthalmology Program with Islamic Development Bank and RDT, Food Security Program with Islamic Organization for Food Security, and Program with Biotechnology with International Center for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology. Another program is Science and Exile Program with the World Academy of Sciences and UNESCO, and the Palestinian Fellowship Program with the COMSTECH Consortium of Excellence, member universities and institutions. Based on the special needs of the certain member states, bilateral programs have also been launched, such as Yemen, Nigeria, and Lebanon programs. At the conclusion, I would reiterate my full support from the Ministry of Science and Technology to the COMSTECH programs and initiatives planned and launched for the achievement of sustainable socio-economic development of the Awais member states. May Allah grant us success in this initiative and help us in building a better future and prospering together. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Would be researchers coming at postgraduate and graduate level. When the public health, medical biotechnology, then mainly people who are responsible of taking care of the technical facility. So different components of it, and is internationally not kept as a research fellowship program. A major portion is going to be for professionals who can use these new skills for immediate impactful activities on ground.
We have two more questions. Anyone else? Okay, I think there's no more question. I would like to request Mr. Iqbal, Program Manager, to say a vote of thanks.
Would you like to add something?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Is present here with us and with his team. Thank you very much. Ministry of Science and Technology for its continuous His Excellency Mr. Hassan, Federal Minister for Science and Technology, for consenting to chair this session. I extend heartfelt thanks to for sparing their precious time to join us